Okay, another day, another set. I put gloves for sanitary reason, and also I used to have gels on my fingers. Sometimes I'll rub my face, so that would just suck. So wear gloves, it's better. So here I have a little tin can my sister gave me. I love it. You'll see me later use it more. I usually put those little magnets that I'm putting the nails on. I put it on it, and it makes things easier. So I use these wipes. I got them off Amazon. They're pretty good. They do not leave lint. And I use alcohol right here too to wipe the finger. That's the first thing I do to take off any oil. The lint-free wipes, I think when you use them a lot, like the same lint-free wipe, then you'll start seeing some lint, but hardly any. So I've got some that said lint-free and they're not lint-free. These have been working so much, and I think they come 3,000. They come like 1,000 in those little packages. So worth the money. I've been using it for a while, and I'm still in the first case. So I use these tacky putty, whatever you want to call it, to have the nails stick on the magnets. I get them in Walmart. I think they're about $3, real cheap. And they last you a very long time. I have been doing this for a couple of months, and I'm still in the first strip of it, as you can see. Now, the second step that I do is this primer. I do this to avoid the filing. I don't have a dust collector. So and to skip that step, I use primer. It works perfect. I have not had no lift at all. I actually try to just do the alcohol and base gel instead of primer, and that worked fine as well. But just to avoid anything, I do use this primer. So I will still experiment a little bit more with just the base gel, with alcohol and just base gel. But as for now, I'm using the primer method. It makes me feel more secure. With these specific nails, I've used this primer frequently, and I've never had a problem. But last time that I did a set, some of the primer leaked on the bottom of the nail. So when I was done with the set and I flipped them over, it had white stains. I was able to take them out, but it took some time. It was just that extra time, the extra effort that was not needed. But I did go heavy on the primer, and that's why now I really take my time to let some of that primer off of the brush before I start wiping it on the nails, just to not have that issue anymore. With these specific nail, like I said, it didn't, but with the other nails that I have gotten, it has. So to each its own, but this method works best for me. Now I'm going in. Well, first of all, let me just say I do put these in the fan for some time, about 10 seconds, or when I'm ready to already paint, just to give them enough time to dry. And even with that, whenever I do the primers or whenever I do gel, it's best to have a fan just to take the fumes away from your face. So I do 3 coats of this. Now I'm just putting some white polish in my little tray here, because the nails I'm doing are Lollipop sets. My daughter I had got her some slime thing, and they came with some little foam not lollipop, but just like the circle of it. And I was like, oh, what a good idea. So after I do the line, I cure it. Then I go ahead and get some builder gel to glue the little circle that I have for the lollipop top. Now it is a foam, the little circle is foam, so, and it's straight, it's a flat thing. So here I get a tool just to poke it in the middle so I could bend it to have a little curve, to have that little arch for the nail. Because when you're working with flat stuff, it has space underneath, or you're gonna have to put a lot more glue just to fill in that space, and it'll make it bulky. So the best thing you could do is you could fold it, just fold it. So here I'm trying to show you how it looks. Then I cure it. And now I go ahead and do the whole nail to seal it. I first do a slip layer. And then I go in and start doing the top layer. Now let me say this was the first nail that I did for this set with the builder gel. And it took me longer than expected. I think I did an extra layer of builder gel that I didn't really necessarily have to do, but regardless, I did 4 of these Lollipop nails and the rest came out good. Even the last 2, I didn't have to file it, as a matter of fact. So here, when I do the builder gels, I do put it upside down just to have the builder gel come out a little bit, and that gives you a little bit more of the arch. And then I leave it flat down for some time just so it can settle back in, and then I cure it. Now I'm wiping it with alcohol because I need to file it down. This nail came out a little bit too bulky because I just kept adding builder gel because of the Lollipop. And yeah, so I'm filing it down. So I filed it down to take out a lot of the arch that did not need to be there. And I did another thin layer of builder gel. I did not need a lot of layer, but I just wanted an extra layer. Honestly, this layer was not needed because once I put the top coat, it's thick enough to fill in whatever I wanted to fill in with this the builder gel. But it's the first nail of the set, so you live and you learn, right? So now here's an extra tip if you want to make the next, because I was going to do a Lollipop here, so I just put it next to the one I already did just to tell me where I started and where the Lollipop ends, just to have everything even. There's sets that I've made that sometimes is not even and it irritates me. So that's a little tip. So here I'm just showing how I did the bending again. It's just a process over again. So now I'm here, I'm done with the nails and I'm putting the final top coat. I did put builder gels on the rest of the nails. I did not record that, but hey. So I'm just finishing it off with top coat. And now I cure it and the results. And I think they came out super cute. Every time I do the sets, I almost want to keep them for myself.